Hello and welcome to our presentation. Today we'll be discussing the Reorder Point Calculator report found in the product section of Communicate for Marketplaces. My name is Tom and I'll be your presenter for this video. Communicate for Marketplaces is an enterprise-level cloud reporting platform designed for e-commerce merchants just like you. Communicate features over 220 standard reports, dashboards, and utilities. It is remarkably intuitive and easy to use. In no time you'll be running reports just like a pro. The Reorder Point Calculator is a report-like utility which helps you calculate and apply accurate reorder levels for your inventory. The Reorder Point is a fundamental inventory replenishment metric. The inventory reorder point in inventory management is the minimum stocking level for a specific product. When you reach that stocking level for the product, it is time to reorder more. Setting an accurate reorder point allows you to continue selling the product while awaiting replenishment from your supplier. Rule of thumb on the marketplaces: if you're out of stock, you cannot sell. With accurate reorder points for each product, you'll always have sufficient stock available to fulfill your customers' demand and avoid out of stocks on the marketplaces. Let's get started with the Reorder Point Calculator report presentation for marketplace reporting. Go to the Products menu located in Ribbon Bar. Select the Reorder Point Calculator report found in the Reorder Point section. Right mouse click anywhere in the report and select Search from the pop-up menu. Let's discuss the key filters for this report along with the factor values used in Reorder Point calculation. In the lower left of the data filters are the date options which determine which date type is used for selecting sales data. In the Filters option located in the top right of the data filters are a variety of factors and filters used for this report. Supply days is the number of stocking days for a product. 30 is the default value, but you can set it to whatever value you require. 30 stocking days help you to run lean and freeze capital, but there are occasions where you might want to change your supply days to something different. Let's say you have a group of products which takes anywhere from 30 to 45 days to produce and deliver from your supplier. In this scenario, you may want to consider increasing supply days to 60. The next item is forecast percent, which is set to 100%. This option provides the ability to engage in forecasting and what-if scenarios. You can set this value to 125% to anticipate an increase in sales, or to 75% anticipating a decrease instead. The lead days are a number of days it takes from the time you issue a purchase order to your supplier to the time it arrives at your warehouse. The default is 15 days, but you can set it to whatever value you deem appropriate. Lead days vary by supplier and by products from the same supplier. The best way to determine lead time by supplier and product is to calculate the extended average of number of days between the purchase order date and product received date. Your look-back period for these dates should be anywhere from 90 to 180 days. The through date is the end date for your sales evaluation. The default date is always today, but you can set it to any date you choose. The next three options are self-explanatory. The Use Days Out of Stock option is designed to provide greater precision with sales velocity calculation. You can review our Days Out of Stock video found on our YouTube channel for more information about this topic. The next set of filters is the Order Status options. You can choose which order statuses to include when evaluating orders for sales velocity calculation. The last filter found in the General Filter tab is the Sales Period Selector. This filter determines the number of look-back days for calculating units sold for use with the sales velocity calculation. The default look-back days are 90, but there are 6 other options you can choose. As a rule of thumb, shorter look-back periods result in higher velocities, whereas longer periods tend to lower velocities with sales trending upward for a product. The opposite is true with sales trending downward for a product. Now that we've explained what the filters mean and what effect it has on the results, let's apply the filters to display results for this report. We're going to use the default filters from the General Filter tab, but we're going to add one more filter which mirrors a real-world scenario many of you watching this presentation will encounter. Let's say you want to recalculate reorder points for products at your Amazon FBA warehouse so you can anticipate when products should be sent to avoid out of stocks. Go to the Warehouses tab found in the bottom right of Data Filters and click the tab. From the available list, select the Amazon US and add it to the selected list. Once the warehouse has been added, click on the Apply button located below and apply the filters to the Reorder Point Calculator report. By default, all products will have a recommended reorder point of at least 1 unit. We pre-filtered the report to display a recommended reorder point greater than 1. As you can see here, 1,251 products displayed in the report for your Amazon US FBA warehouse. The report features 4 groups. The first group is the product info. It contains vital product data. The second group are the costs, pricing, inventory values, and gross margins for a product. The third group are the various unit quantities for the product and current time on hand, calculated using the sales velocity. Finally, and most importantly, are the reorder point recommendations. These recommendations are the main purpose of the Reorder Point Calculator report. Let's look at each column so we can explain what it means and how it's used. The units column represents the number of units sold during the selected sales period. For this report, we use the default value of 90. The days out of stock represents the number of days the product was out of stock during the 90-day sales period. The lead days is the number of days it takes to receive product from your supplier once a purchase order has been issued. Supply days are the number of days of a product you want to keep in stock. The sales velocity is the average number of units sold per day for the last 90 days. Forecast percent is the value used for what-if scenarios in forecasting. The reorder point column is the current reorder point for the product. The stock level column is the current stocking level for the product. Do not confuse this value with the current units on hand. It is essentially the number of units you should regularly keep on hand to meet your supply days and lead time recommendations. The recommended reorder point column is a recommended reorder point for the product based on the current calculations. The recommended level column is the recommended stock level for the product based on the current calculations. Let's look at the selected item and review the calculations and recommendations. The units sold are 38 with 1 day out of stock, which calculates to a sales velocity of 0.4270 units per day. The recommended reorder point is 7, and the recommended stocking level is 19. According to the recommendations for the selected product, you should keep 19 units on hand. When the units on hand reach 7, you should place a purchase order with your supplier to reorder more product. Let's look at the current quantity total column. Currently, there are 39 units in stock with 1 in reserve. Go to the time on hand and time on hand all for this product. You currently have 91 and 93 days respectively of product availability. If your goal is 30 days supply, the 91 days time on hand indicates that you are currently 20 units overstock. We have more sophisticated replenishment reports you can use for calculating the optimal stocking levels for your product. We recommend using one of those replenishment reports like the suggested product order report. Let's discuss one last but important feature of the report: the ability to apply the recommended reorder points to the products displayed on this report. Applying these recommendations are necessary if you want to use the reorder points alert report effectively. Marketplace reporting features an inventory tracking sync which has an out-of-stock alert feature. It too uses the reorder points as triggers. Once reorder point triggers are reached or an item is out of stock, the inventory track sync sends an email to defined recipients with recommendations alerting them to take action with the affected products. Right mouse click anywhere in the report to view the pop-up menu. The pop-up menu has 2 menu options: Update Selected and Update All. The Update Selected command updates the selected product with a recommended reorder point. The Update All command updates all 1,282 products displayed on the report with the recommended reorder point. There is one last feature you might find useful. Even though the calculated recommended reorder point is accurate, there may be situations where you may want to override the recommendation. Go to the recommended reorder point data cell and select the value. Click the cell again to put it in edit mode. Change the value to 8. Move to the next cell or select another item. The new value has been automatically saved. Go back to the pop-up menu and select the Update All command. Click the Yes button from the warning dialog. Look at the reorder point stock level columns. The values in these columns are now identical to the values in a recommendation column. This concludes our presentation of the Reorder Point Calculator report found in the product section of Communicated for Marketplaces. In summary, with precise reorder points for each product, you'll always have sufficient stock available to fulfill your customers' demand. There are 3 important reasons to calculate reorder points. First, it reduces inventory costs. Second, no stockouts. 3, improved forecasting. Calculating reorder points improves your cash flow and ensures your supply chain is operating at its optimal capacity. Reports are crucial for any business, especially yours. Marketplace reporting provides you with better reports so you can have better results for your business. You can contact us at sales@Marketplace Reporting to learn more about Marketplace Reporting and how we can help. Join the conversation at marketplacereporting.com/blog. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, click the like button, and share with your colleagues. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.